Hello and welcome. Today we're back with another video. We seem to be really doing car vlogs this year, but as I've said before, it's hard to do them any other time just because I just don't really have time. The thing is, I don't have a whole lot I can do right now that's not car vlogs. So when we go shopping, I take you with me. We did just do a shop with me video, and it was TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Target, Walmart. There wasn't much in TJ Maxx, nothing that I really needed to film. There are so many stores right now are between seasons, which seems odd to me because I kind of thought once Christmas was over, they automatically started putting up Valentine's and moved everything Christmas to clearance just to, like get rid of it all. There's still quite a bit of Christmas out, and this is the second half of January. Shockingly enough, that was still out. The Valentine stuff is not really something that I'm truly interested in either. I don't do the cut flowers. I'm not eating the junk food. So when you get down to it, there's not a lot left. And I don't really wear the Valentine's clothing either. I just don't really do it. But I did want to share with you that I am working on a video that I've been working on for about a week now or so. It's an unboxing. All the items have not come in yet. I'm still waiting on 2, and ironically those 2 are the main reason for the video. It's kind of a comparison video and kind of a, can we get the same merchandise from somewhere else for a lot cheaper, that kind of a thing. Kind of like what I bought versus what I got. And I'm very, very curious on this, and I'm not going to mention the company of where we got it, and I'm not going to mention the company name of who is selling it. That is research you will have to do yourself, just because of legal reasons. I'm not going to bash a company or a person or anything like that. I know every retailer out there buys their merchandise from somewhere else and then sells it for a profit. Every single one of them. Even if it's something you make, you still have to buy the stuff to make your items with from somewhere. And so you're not selling that product at cost. You're making it and you're selling it to make a profit. That's just the way it is. So the whole reason for the video is not that. It is truly a which came first kind of deal. Did this other company make it and then the cheaper company copy it? Or kind of a, did the other company make it and now this company is buying it and selling it at a very high rate compared to what they paid for it? That's what that video is, and I am working on that one. But like I said, I can't do it until the other 2 items are there. I mean, technically I could do it, but those 2 main items, the whole reason I went down this rabbit hole was for those other 2 items. If you hear something in the background, it's this. Weirdly enough, I left this in my car yesterday, and it's 29 degrees outside, so it's frozen. I never had a Chomps frozen. It's very cold. The main reason for today's video is I have questions. I have a lot of questions. One thing is, we go play trivia once a week. We have a little place that does trivia, and it's new. It's new for them. It's new for us to go. They asked last night what would be some good categories for trivia. It's 4 categories per round, and there's 3 rounds. So we need to come up with 12 categories. And they've done things like sports, history, Harry Potter, Disney. They've done a lot. We've probably been 8 times or so, I guess. About 2 months. And so they're getting to where they need help with categories. So if you have some category ideas for trivia, it can be questions, it can be music, to where they play music. It can be an image to where they can show like an image on an iPad. It can be, almost anything basically. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. If you do play trivia, what is your favorite category? This last one was so hard and we didn't do very well. I mean, We didn't do horrible. We came in second, but it was hard. It was real hard. But if you have any suggestions for that, I'd love to know what they are. And if you just have any questions, like random questions, it can be, you know, questions for me, it can be questions for viewers, it can be just ironic questions like that you've never really had answered. I would I'm very curious as to what they could be. If you have just something that's been on your mind for a long time that you just can't seem to get an answer to, or you just can't seem to figure out, I'd be curious to know what it is. So leave us some comments and let us know on that. Like, there may be a random question as to, like, just looking at this road in front of me, why are the center lines yellow and the outer lines white? Kind of a good question, to be fair. Why do they choose those colors? To be honest, I wish they didn't use the white lines on the outer sides, because when it's raining or, you know, just bad weather in general, even dark, the white lines are kind of hard to see. So I wish they didn't use the white lines. The yellow lines are great, but I wish they didn't use white on the outer edge. I feel like people would be safer if they didn't. If they also maybe did yellow, who knows? Leave some of your random questions. Let's talk about those. Hopefully the other video will be coming up. We're still working on all of our upcoming plans. As soon as we get those a little more sorted out, we will let you know. We were looking at the second half of May going on one of the trips, and we don't know now if that's going to happen. We've had something come up over the weekend, so we're not sure if we're still going to be able to do that time frame. We've got to go ahead and get this stuff locked in though, because we're getting to that point that we have to make sure that we can go, and so we have to make sure that everything is set up for time off and to be able to get the house sorted out. And we have fur baby, so we have to make sure that they have room at our local vet. Also has a kennel, which I absolutely love, because my thing is, if your vet is willing to kennel, then if anything happens, someone is there with them and they can go ahead and address the emergency immediately. So if you leave them at your home, which is what I used to do, and I had someone that would watch them, you know, throughout the day and go over and check on them and make sure everything was all right, I always felt a little uncertain, just because, you know, what if they don't go check, or what if they get sick or something happens to them, which Lord forbid, which I would definitely not want. But if something happens to them, then no one's watching my babies. To where if my vet has boarding, they have people that are on the clock 24/7, checking on them, feeding them, walking them, caring for them. If one of them gets sick or something happens, they can do something immediately. They don't have to get them to a vet. They don't have to call in a vet. They don't have to, you know, worry about having transportation to get them there. They are already there. So that definitely makes me feel better about the situation. But we always worry about the safety of our babies. If I got the call that one of my babies was sick or not feeling well or not doing good, I would cancel my trip and get on back home. Definitely. I'm just that kind of person. Just wanted to get on here and chat with you for a little bit, and then I've had a few videos that went up here lately of just the shop with me. Like I said, this last one's very, very short, and I didn't get much in there, but I have to say my favorite part about the video is finding the Chewbacca and Grogu, that is the bobblehead that makes sounds and talks. Those are so cute. I wasn't planning on getting a lot of like the toy-esque type things, and I didn't, but I sure wish I had them. They're so cute. I mean, could you imagine having one on your dashboard though? We would be hearing it continuously, especially right now. I just think that kind of stuff is so cute. It is just adorable. Be a few little updates, see if you have questions. We sure would love to be able to read your comments, to see what you have to say or what you have to question. Places that you would like for us to travel, this is a good time to put them in, because we may be working on some more stuff coming up during the summer and possibly the fall. But with that being said, have a wonderful day, and remember, we love you.